little bit about that story.
Sure. While I was thinking about what I wanted to do, I was on unemployment, and they had a seed program. It was called very similar to Ideas Inc. I was accepted into that, and at that time it was Deloitte Touche that had the contract for that. And thank God for Ron LePage, because when I went in to do my pitch about doing event planning, the person on the panel was from EA, and she goes like, "Why would you do that? Secretaries do that." She just couldn't get that concept. But Ron really liked the concept, and because I was more general, I was talking about doing nonprofit events. I was talking about doing marketing strategies for companies. It was pretty broad-based. He really liked the idea, and I was one of the 18 out of the 64 that actually got in. And while I'm sure there's lots of people in the room that have gone through this experience, while I was doing the marketing plan, I interviewed Ken Smith-Windsor. I had just come off helping out with sponsorship on the National Chamber of Commerce conference, and I interviewed him, and Kent was like, got it right away. And my first contract was with Kent. We did the Ag Conference, the first Ag Conference in Saskatoon. But it is true, when I went out and I was trying to pitch the idea of doing events, a lot of people did say that. They said, this is in 96, 97. They were like, why would I hire you? I would. So what I thought I would do is I would really focus on the Chamber of Commerce, like I would really focus in my real estate and just do a little bit different with my service than anybody else was, because even in real estate there were 650 people that could do the same thing I did. And what Kent did get is that I could raise enough sponsorship to pay for the fee.
She's amazing at sponsorship, let me tell you.
Well, I like it because it's challenging and it's my sales marketing, but thank you. And so I really focused on that, and there were several people that were on the committee that hired me. Alan Schultz was one. He hired me to do the Saskatchewan Women's Conference that we did for 3 years that was highly successful. And just recently I got a couple of referrals from him. And really I think that's part of my success, is if people see what you do, you get on volunteer committees, and they see that you do a good job, and they'll respect you for that. Oh, and then in 2001, I had a partner buy-in, and we moved to the commercial space in the Avenue building, and we were partners for 13 years. She retired in 2012, and I rebranded to Turner Event Management, and kind of decided to move away from the nonprofit sector as a consultant. I found I've done a lot of volunteer work in my life, but I found when I went into the consulting industry, it was really difficult to explain to some people. It was a conflict of interest. You have to pay, and other people, well, I'm doing this as a volunteer. So I had been on lots of boards and committees, so it actually, I was a little bit burnt out in that area, so it was actually good for me to kind of be able to use that as an opportunity to step back. And then I decided to refocus on, when you refocus on something, then the good stuff comes out. Like the Brave Floor event was so much fun, just to create and work with that team. And the Federated Co-op were doing a Caribbean all-inclusive feel kind of fun event at their conference coming up. And on May 8th, well, I'm maybe skipping ahead.
That's great, go ahead.
May 8th, I'm doing a first aid for mental health, and it's going to be really cool. Sam from the Sheepdogs is coming out about his mental health story for the first time. And it's at the Roxy Theatre, so it's got a little bit of different feel. And we're doing the VIP reception for the clients at Anthology, which is Blossom's new property in the Edelman building. Has anybody in there? On 20th Street. It's amazing. And the Little Bird restaurant is going to be involved too as well. Is Rochelle here? She was going to come. I was going to introduce Rochelle. She's one of the people that I'm working with on that. So it's, watch in the next couple of weeks. It's going to come out on Pick a Tick. Tickets are going to be $35. And we also have the Mentalist as the entertainment for that. So just when you think that you're going to settle into one area, these really good things come up. So I go from that to these math conference in June and a long-term health conference in the fall. So there's lots of really good balance in there.
Well, and you also like have been working with the Celebrate Success and helping Molly Lux with Lux events in the last couple of years too, and it's been a really great asset, and you guys have done a fantastic job with that too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no, she's great.